whoa, hold up, cut the music, hold on, wait a minute, stop everything, we ain't even gonna do no intro, but breaking news, we back on an emergency stream on the Word Report. We thank you for showing up and showing out on this surprising situation, but lo and behold, we gotta talk right now. Keyshawn Davis versus Devin Haney. That fight is off. That fight is done. It's over. It's finished. Finito. I can't believe it. What in the world? I'm telling you, again, like I said, this is a surprise show. We've already did what we were supposed to do. The main show that we did earlier this afternoon to end off this week is already done. We thank you all for coming back on this emergency stream. We are here because we just got word that I can't believe the impossible happened. Keyshawn Davis versus Devin Haney is officially not happening. Yes, I'm telling you, in a shock development. I mean, just a blaze of absolute travesty of circumstance, and what we thought would be the worst logical situation possible has now just exploded in all of our faces in the world of boxing and beyond. I can't believe it. I can't. Oh my gosh. Oh shoot. This is huge. This is major. Like I said, I'm not going to be able to be on here long. We just had to go and cover this news as it broke. As of, again, I'll post it again for you all to see. As of less than an hour ago, we just got word that Keyshawn Davis has withdrawn as the mandatory challenger for Devin Haney's WBO championship. This is directly after the purse bid between Devin Haney and Keyshawn Davis had officially been finished and done, and we were completely in the green with Keyshawn Davis and Devin Haney fighting on Top Rank, having a fight take place with Keyshawn getting 2.7 million and Devin Haney getting 6 million in what was supposed to be one of the most exciting fights of the year, transpiring right in front of our eyes, and everybody having an opportunity to see the two of the biggest names that right now have been in the midst of each other, calling each other out, going to the houses, talking and talking, jawing and jawing, and all the while it's now kaput. Brother, and let me tell you something. I want to save some of this stuff for next week, but doggone it, we empty in the clip. We're empty in the clip. Let me get y'all reactions real quick before we even go through. Hey, Matt Borgenson, I appreciate you on the show. Hey, thank you for showing up. Hey, brother, you called it. Hey, look, you told me. I said this could happen before. You broke news before. That's why I said I'm going to take it with a grain of salt. But if it is true, then we'll be the first to give you props. And brother, you got the props. And I wish you were wrong. But you said it. And no. You know how frustrated this is, Love King. I'm with you. But I was so excited for this fight. We all were so excited for this fight. Johnny Durag, you came in with jewels aplenty coming through on the show. We thank you for showing up. And again, giving support and arms to the Empire. And in this emergency stream, this is absolutely preposterous, terribly disappointing. Top Rank should have dropped him. This is just, it's terrible. It wasn't even his team that withdrew. Keyshawn himself is the person that went away from this fight in what is, without question, the biggest fight of his life, that he had been clawing tooth and nail to get back to this position after the terrible situation in the loss of a title shot against De Los Santos, the fight with Albright, and even later coming back and beating Jermaine Ortiz. The somewhat concerned performance that some people had with him in his fight with Albright when they actually fought against each other in their rematch in the last fight he had this year. This was all what this was leading up to. This is exactly the position that Keyshawn Davis said he wanted to be at. And to talk all this noise, to go to his house, to go and try to say, Debo Deb, I'm coming to take your chain. I'm coming to take everything you got. I'm coming to go and stomp you out just like it's Friday. And to now go after all that jawing, I'm ready for 147. I'm going to be ready and I'm going to be better when I get bigger. You went direct. In fact, let me see if I can find the clip of Keyshawn Davis talking to Devin Haney directly, because there was a clip of Devin Haney and Keyshawn Davis and Bill Haney going and meeting face to face before Keyshawn's fight, I believe, with Jermaine Ortiz. And Keyshawn Davis asked Devin Haney, "You gonna give me that fight if I win?" And Devin Haney said, "Handle your business and we'll go and make stuff shake and we'll make it happen." And lo and behold, we were at that crossroads of a promise made and a promise kept. And now you go and you backtrack and you back up and you don't make it happen. Hey, look, I think this is the clip. Is this the clip? Well, this might not be the clip. Excuse me. If I can find it, I'll bring it up with you. But they met. They were face to face. Keyshawn went to Devin. Y'all got to understand why this is so bad. Keyshawn Davis went to Bill Haney before his fight to get this fight right now. And he got the audacity, yes, I say audacity, because you made the public see that you wanted this more than anything else in life. And now you go for some odd reason and back out of it. Again, to my understanding, there's no injuries. There's no clause with contracts. You got the purse bid that you wanted. You're making the money that you wanted. You're going to be fighting maybe in New York City. Everything was set up to be what you desired. Yes, you weren't going to get the $3 million that you initially wanted when you were first getting this fight. If you had done it under Devin Haney Promotions, when it was $6 million for Devin Haney and $3 million or $3.1 million for you. But again, aside from the money, you were where you wanted to be. And you ducked. You ducked. Without question. I can say this without a shadow of a doubt. This is a duck. It's a duck. It's a duck, plain and simple. There is no bigger example of the immediate of a duck like we see right here. This is inexcusable. This is absolutely horrid. This is abhorrent. This is ludicrous in all negative regards. There has been no worse example this year of a billboard fighter not giving what they're selling. And that's what just happened right now. It's an excuse. I'm sorry. This is preposterous in every sense of the word. Aaron, how you doing? We appreciate you on the show. Welcome back and welcome in. I appreciate you joining in on this emergency live stream. Like we said, I still got to be somewhere, but this is worth taking time to talk about this. All the narratives, Devin can't sell, Dev has no power, he ain't good. Well, y'all still don't want no face. That's the biggest thing. You can talk about what you want with Devin Haney. This brother is a problem, and people don't want this problem. They don't want the problem, or at least clearly not Devin Haney. Or at least clearly not Keyshawn Davis. Good gosh, we have so many people chatting. Such wasted potential. I can't believe it. And here's the problem. The potential's still there. It's just the fact that you were supposed to cash in. You were supposed to cash in. Did I? I said an hour ago on this show. Let me calm down. Be clear. Hold on a second. Let me calm down a second. Let me pump the brakes. Let me pump the brakes. We got a whole bunch of people. We got a whole bunch of people in chat that we got to get into. Matt Borgeson again, thank you for the $2 or thank you for the multiple $2 super chats on the stream. We thank you so much for the support, and we thank you for the alms to the empire. I guess we're waiting for Haney Garcia too. That's about all we got right now as the biggest potential fights that we can make, and I hope that's what we're looking for. Haney versus Pac. Let me tell you something. That might be the best thing we can get. Haney versus Pac-Man. Garcia's tied up with Conor Benn. Devin Haney was going to fight Keyshawn Davis. Now that fight ain't happening. We ain't fighting Brian Norman no more. There's no other fighters at 147. Richardson Hitchens, unless he wants to come out the good woodwork and say, hey, I just wanted Zuffa. Let me work with Zuffa and go try to make a fight with Devin Haney, who did initially want to sign with us over here. Let's get that fight going. Maybe, hey, you know what this could also be? Maybe we finally get Shakur. Who knows? Maybe we finally get Shakur. Maybe this opens up the door to get Shakur to come and actually take the bait and come take the fight that his blood brother couldn't get, that his blood brother had in his back pocket and didn't take. Maybe now this opens up that opportunity because both of them are free. Both of them got time. We've been saying that Shakur Stevenson has been left out of all these conversations with most of the big name players around him having a fight scheduled under their belt. And now is the perfect time. Come get the spoils of what was left behind by your blood brother that was supposed to be you gave him permission to go and get the fight. In fact, you asked for permission. Can I get the fight before you, or do you want to take this fight on your own? That's what Shakur said, and he's been talking all this smack against Devin Haney. Well, now if you want to really live up to it, come. There's a vacancy available. There's a time and a place that you can go and fight right now. Go take it if you really want to do it. But this is just, oh my gosh. Keyshawn Davis is not going to be able to recover from this. Keyshawn Davis will not be able to recover from this for a mighty long time with him wanting this fight and then just not making it happen. Let me see. Who's next? I don't know. Like I said, Ryan, the winner of Ryan Garcia, Richardson Hitchens, maybe. Shakur Stevenson steps in and takes that negotiation. Hey, I'll fight you in October now that it's open. But why even go through all this stuff in the first place? Let me see. EMS, what's going on with you? Thank you for showing up. Thank you for tuning in on the show. We thank you for joining it on our live stream today. Again, the emergency live stream of this whole reaction to the news. We ain't going to be here long, but we just had to go and take at least an hour and take some time to talk about this because this is some major stuff. The whole boxing world erupting all over. They better erupt over. You got to understand. This is not just some ho-hum situation. This is one of the biggest fights of the year that was set in stone, that was supposed to happen. And the fighter, not the promoter, not the manager, to my knowledge, it was the fighter in Keyshawn Davis that walked away from this. For what reason, I still do not know. If somebody can find out while we're live streaming and help me disseminate as we're reacting to this in the immediate, I would love to hear it and help me out because this is ridiculous. Dev needs to stay active and fight somebody. I agree, but it's not his fault. This is not his fault that he ain't fighting. I don't, again, y'all keep bringing up Manny Pacquiao. Let me tell you something. Manny Pacquiao, I don't want to see that fight between Haney and him, but he's the only buddy that's been like, give me a big fight. Unless Tank wants to come out the woodwork and say, hey, let me fight Devin Haney and let's get that going. I don't know where Devin Haney goes from here. He can't even fight. He can't fight Tio because Tio's fighting Rolly. Can't fight Rolly because Rolly's fighting Tio. He doesn't want to go after unification, or just go straight for Ryan Garcia after Conor Benn. Whatever the case may be, it's so many ways it didn't go. Ryan would love a stale, dried out Haney. He probably would. I think anybody would. But right now, this is a shock. This is a big shock to the system. This is ridiculous. It's about, let me see, I had him beating Devin too. Makes no sense at all. That's what I'm saying. We have people believing. They even put out a poll roughly 2 hours before this. The public of the boxing world was split, not even split. It was 55% to 45% for Keyshawn Davis to lose to Devin Haney. Now that sounds like, oh, okay, Keyshawn Davis is an underdog, but it wasn't as much of an underdog sentiment for somebody who is less experienced, less accomplished, and has been in the ring with less level of competition. I don't say that derogatorily. I say that as a means, as a propping up of what we see with Devin Haney right now and Keyshawn as a respective talent going against each other. These were odds that were good because this showed you, hey brother, 45% of the world in a fight where genuinely, and Devin Haney normally without class, they think you got a shot. This is not bad odds for somebody like Keyshawn Davis. This is not bad odds at all. Of that, people on this very channel were coming and saying, I think Keyshawn Davis is going to knock him out. Matt Borges and otherwise. There's no world where this makes sense that Keyshawn Davis himself is going to step away from a fight that he asked for over half a year. I just can't wrap my mind around somebody who was supposed to be talking that talk and moving up in the ranks of saying, I deserve this spotlight, and now you walk away. It baffles me. It doesn't make sense. Do you know how many people would have wanted this position? Are you kidding me? Do you understand the amount of leeway we were getting in terms of opening a door to fight in a potential face of boxing shift level of fight. If Keyshawn Davis won this fight, brother, we're talking about him as potentially one of the 10 best fighters in the world. He takes, or at least he gets either in or takes Devin Haney's spot as the 8th best fighter in the entire globe. He completely washes away the entirety of that debacle at 135 and turns himself into, at a very early age, one of the 10 best names, not just in talent, but in notoriety that the sport has to offer. The backs of boxing would be shelved on his shoulders in some respect, in one of the marquee forces that drives this sport. It makes no sense that you would walk away. It baffles me that you would be willing to walk away from this. What the world? What the world? Let me see. Ryan Grace, how you doing? We appreciate you on the show. Thank you for tuning in to our live stream today. Now keep being a duck. It is a duck. It's a duck. If you don't call this a duck, unless we get, because again, further information is still pending at this point in time. But unless we see a actual valid excuse, hey, I had a death in the family. Hey, my coach all of a sudden had a dire situation. We got something internally I got to fix. I can understand that. We understand life comes before boxing, without question, without a doubt. We're not trying to jump the gun and just say there's no good reason that this fight couldn't happen, because we know life is life. But if we find out that there is no good reason that this fight is not happening, there is going to be an inexcusable stain put on Keyshawn Davis. We can forget the noise about him and ever being, oh, he might be better than Shakur Stevenson, or we want to see that. Nah, because he wouldn't even fight Shakur, even if he was actually not his brother, because apparently he doesn't actually want the big time opportunities. If this is what he's walking away from after, again, over a year of doing this. Has this news been confirmed? Yes, it has. Absolutely has. By the Ring Magazine themselves, this has been confirmed that Keyshawn Davis is not fighting Devin Haney. So just so you can see for yourself, breaking news for those of you that are just tuning in. We appreciate you on the show and thank you for showing up. But for those that are just tuning in, it is official breaking news. Keyshawn Davis's team formally informed the WBO that he will not move forward with challenging Devin Haney for his welterweight title, according to a letter obtained by the Ring's Mike Coppinger. Davis was set to earn $2.13 million following the result of Thursday's bid that was won by Top Rank. So it's official. This fight's off. And all those dates we talked about, well, it's null and void. It's no longer happening. I'm just livid. I'm livid. There's no bigger frustration than wasted opportunity. Even more than that, there's no bigger frustration than a wasted word of mouth. Tyson Fury said he wants to fight the best in the world, and he wants to become undisputed. Well, our issue with him, he ducked and he actively ran away and said, Usyk isn't worth my time. Canelo said he doesn't need Benavidez, or he's not big enough to go and fight him as a name. This is completely different. This is arguably worse. Keyshawn Davis noted that Devin Haney was worth his time and publicly put Devin Haney as the cash cow and the biggest brass ring that he was gunning for the entirety of his time. Even at 135, he was talking about, hey, I want everybody, and I'll take on anybody up there too. And to then go and backtrack after all, you're the boy who cried wolf. That's what you are. You're the boy who cried wolf. You are the boy who made the noise. There's a wolf in the field, and now you're saying, oh, it's a lie. You said you wanted smoke, and now you're ducking away as if there's just something egregious at this point in time, up until we get more information. This is it's a bad look, man. It's a bad look. No way. An emergency live. Yeah, we got to do it because this is just ridiculous. Let me see. I had that joint 50-50 for Keyshawn. Yeah, no, I get you. I do get you. I thought Debo was going to knock him out. What a joke. This news actor squad, more like an activity. This brother was saying, I'm ready for it all. You cannot. And this is why you got to be cautious if you're going to walk this walk of talking that talk. Because the second you don't live it up, You are going to get berated. We saw with Devin Haney when he talked that talk with Ryan Garcia and then got whooped. Yes, the PEDs happened, but look at the backlash. And all this noise now with Keyshawn Davis, he is now looking like the butt of the joke when it comes to the boxing world. He is. He's looking like the butt of the joke. No, without question. He's the butt of every single joke right now across the world of boxing up until new information comes into light. Shoot, even with new information coming into light, this brother is still going to probably not be able to get off this stain. Don't forget, he could have made more money by just doing it under Devin Haney Promotions. He already shot himself in the foot business-wise, making money by going through to a purse bid when he made less off of the purse bid than he would have if he just took the naked offer from Devin Haney. Yeah, you don't want to be under the thumb of the promotions of your opponent. Sure, it's a mental game, the power move. You're going to be your own man and you're going to show your opponent, but I'm just as big of a draw as you. But you missed out. You're making less money. You still get the position. And now you made less money. You showed that you're not the biggest star. And now you walk away from the fight where you need to be in this position. You've lost every framework of leverage that you can ever get going forward in your career up until you get a big time win. You did. You did. Anything now at 147, we're going to be looking at you as a whole different animal. Whole different animal. Maybe you got cold feet. Maybe your fight with Albright made a little bit bigger concerns for the boxing world than we should realize. Maybe that's something we need to be concerned about. Maybe there's some stuff that you need to fix. That now that you got in the fight, we got to know there's some frustration that needs to be had with how you're training because you ain't ready for that type of smoke. Most people ain't, understandable, but very few talk like that. And then for the most part, run away. I just can't understand it. Let me see. It sums up. It's some wrong with these overly emotional boxers, such as Keyshawn and Tank. Key would never be great if he is, or if he keeps moving like this. He's been moving like a goofy ever since he jumped Albright. Do you see how quickly the conversation shifting from what we were initially talking about with Keyshawn Davis, not even an hour ago, up to now? The entire identity of Keyshawn is flipped, potentially irreparably. It can't be fixed up until you go and fight Devin Haney. This is what, do you see why I said even a loss against Devin Haney would be better than not taking the fight at all? I said this. I'm not just talking just to be like, oh, for the sake of wanting to fight. We got to understand optics are a big part of what can sell in this sport. And we're seeing Keyshawn Davis' reputation get stripped away minute by minute by the globe. By the globe. Champ side. Blue Blood Sports. Two-tone. Showbiz. Whatever. Ak and Barack probably gonna have something to say. Andre Ward gonna have something to say. Roy Jones Jr. sure enough gonna have something to say. Don't let Floyd say something with as many fans that he's got coming about him. This is bigger than just, oh, he missed a fight or he's not taking a fight. He is gonna get ripped apart by every major pundit in name. Shady McCoy, I'm not saying he's a major pundit, but he's on a major show like inside the ring. With Ring Magazine, he's about to have clips for days talking about his guy, Keyshawn, just ain't my God no more. Max Kellerman gonna kill him. What's his name? The brother who was Deontay Wilder's trainer, not Mark Breland. The other cat who be on inside the ring, he gonna kill him. Timothy Bradley gonna destroy him. This is whatever standing in the pinnacle of boxing, that's gone. The face of boxing, that title just went 100 yards backwards for the likes of Keyshawn Davis, all because of this decision. Don't let it be that he thinks he's worth more than $2.3 million for this fight with Devin Haney, and that's why he backed out. Don't let it be that. Because the face of boxing would have taken this fight regardless and then won and then said, I told you I'm worth more than you think. Don't let it be because of money that we're seeing this fight drop out. Oh, he'll never win that argument for he should be the leading face. He'll never. This is so despicable on so many levels with the current information that we have. If more comes out, we will have something to say with that added information, but don't let that fool you. This is inexcusable at this point in time. And if it stays with where we're at right now and all the information still lines up, it's gonna be so bad. So bad. So bad on so many levels. Let me see. I had it 55-45 Devin, but Davis, I have it 55-45 Devin, but Davis was going to be a tough fight. Yes, it was. We were so amped up to see what could have been a very good war. We were saying Keyshawn Davis had the tools to go and push Devin Haney to the limit. We brought up sparring footage about them in the ring and saying this don't tell the whole story, but there's some stuff we can see about how we can work on the inside against Devin Haney without smothering his work and do some good shots to the body to wear down the feet in the movement and close the distance against one of the best distance keepers in the game, in Devin Haney. He's got a shot. And he's got knockout power. And he's got IQ in his own right that he could do some real damage. He has the everything on top of the X factor of willing to dig deep. And in a fight, if it turns into a fight, I can win that type of war even against a big fighter like Devin Haney who doesn't like a war. Everything looked perfect. It smells of an upset in the air that we could all say it's believable. It's believable. And at worst, a good fight, even in defeat, would have elevated you to where we want to see you against everybody else. I cannot comprehend this. For there is no good workaround. Unless he's going to fight Shakur. Let me tell you something. That's the only saving grace. That's the only saving grace. That's the only saving grace for this fight. He's going to fight Shakur. That's the fight that's why he backed out of this deal. Hey, am I going to make more with Devin Haney than if I fight you? No? All right. I'm going to go make a fight with my blood brother because I can make more money. Might as well. Unless we're seeing that's why Keyshawn Davis backed out. Who else at 150, at 147 do we want to see him fight that doesn't have a fight right now? Nobody. Not Brian Ormer Jr., not Manny Pacquiao, not Mario Barrios. We can't fight Ryan Garcia, not right now. Who? Not a soul. From the public eye. It's disgusting, man. Let me see. Jimmy Chin, how you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for showing up on our show. It's an emergency live stream. We already had our main show earlier today. We're reacting to the news. We ain't going to be here too long. We're just getting our emotions out on this despicable, decrepit, utterly abysmal decision by Keyshawn Davis to back out of this fight for no good reason. Let me see. It was never on to begin with. Well, see, you say that, but the purse bid all but confirmed we have ourselves dates, venues, and the amount of money you gonna make. And Keyshawn wanted this purse bid in the first place. That's the whole reason why this fight is going on, or was going on, was because Keyshawn Davis got what he wanted. He got Devin Haney, and he got this fight to go to a bid to see how much money he can make. This is what he asked for. And now it's all just up in smoke. Words can't describe how immensely just disgusting this is. Let me see. Devin fight the winner of Ryan and Ben, and Keyshawn fight the loser. Yeah, perfect. And we want to talk about the future. Perfect. That's a great outcome. That's a great outcome. That makes the most sense possible. Ryan Garcia, if he beats Conor Ben, Devin Haney doesn't have a fight. He's just been in the gym. Well, guess what that means? We get Devin versus Ryan Garcia. Devin, you got a year to prep yourself, or however long it takes, even if it happens next year or in December. You got all this time to get yourself ready for that fight. Sit out and wait. Let them win it, and you take on the winner. You unify. If you want to wait, I understand. Do you want to wait? Probably not. Probably not. I know Top Rank's hot. I know Devin Haney's living. I know for a fact the fans are, they're not going to forget this. I guarantee you, they're not going to forget this. And let me see. Aaron, you say he got played by Shakur? Maybe. If we see that Shakur Stevenson swoops in, okay, now I'm going to take the fight. Hey, brother, maybe he wasn't your brother after all if he waited for you to get lowballed or potentially be, not lowballed, but shown how big of a star you are, made you say I'm worth more. Now I can back out, and now I can come in, and then boom, now I get the spoils of an even bigger grandeur of opportunity from the hype that it would be if that fight got announced the same day or the same week that all this news with you pulling out took place. There is such a thing as bro code, and that, unless they got some sort of agreement, that would be bad. Then friendship's over if that's the case. But there's no good way of reading this. Shorty just did the normal rematch, and Key wasting everyone's time. He did. This is, be clear. I'm not trying to be a Devin Haney apologist. I'm not trying to be a buddy who says, oh, I'm just all about Devin Haney. I'm not a big fan of Devin Haney as a fight style. He's not my greatest cup of tea, but I understand his talent is incredible. I'm a bigger fan, way bigger than Richardson Hitchens, but he's not the most exciting, brother. I don't ride with him, and y'all have seen me. We give critiques, and there's been a whole lot of critiques with Devin Haney, justifiably so. Doesn't change the fact that this brother, this is not his fault. He could have fought Boots. He could have fought Tio. He could have fought Keyshawn Davis. He fought Ryan Garcia. He fought Lomachenko. He's been consistently taking on or getting in the ring, or almost getting in the ring with big names. Normally, it's not him that is ducking the opportunity. Normally, it's not his fault these fights don't happen. It's the other side of the equation that's stopping this stuff from happening. Normally. And this is just like that. It is inexcusable that we're seeing Keyshawn Davis do this with the current information at hand. Because there was literally no higher ceiling you could go to that you asked for. And he wasted everybody's time. He really did. At least we got Murataya. At least we got Roach versus Murataya. Hey, or excuse me, Roach versus Zepeda. And Murataya versus Conceição. At least we got that. Hey, we can at least hang our hat on that. At least. My gosh, man. Top Ranking Zone. Gonna be bullet. Yo, Timothy Taylor, we thank you for showing up and showing out. Appreciate you joining in on this emergency stream. You absolutely right. At least we got that going for us. Thank goodness. We at least got that. At least we got a fight. Excuse me. At least we got the fights coming up tomorrow. But Top Rank, the Zone, they gonna look at Keyshawn Davis completely differently. His leveraging power, unless news comes about that there's a legitimate reason for this, his leveraging power with any promoter going forward is about to take a big hit. All the networks and promoters going to demand Keyshawn fight Shakur Stevenson sooner than later, or they ain't gonna want to. They ain't going to want to do anything with him. Yeah. They're gonna after not taking this type of major opportunity, the entire makeup of what anybody who signs Keyshawn is gonna want to demand from Keyshawn to make sure their return on investment does take place, it's going to be potentially non-negotiable. You have to fight Shakur. If you don't fight Shakur, why do we even want to take you seriously? Because that's the biggest reason we're signing you. Understand from a business acumen. The star power of a fighter coming up can be incredible. The ability of a fighter can be phenomenal. The biggest thing that makes a star wanted by the public is what happens when we cash out. What can you bring to us? What's the fight that makes this money worthwhile that will recoup in a major way? That's what a star in part is dictated by when we're looking at the biggest of names. Not just he can win, he can beat everybody, but once this thing crescendos, you about to bring a massive ROI, return on investment. Benavidez, it was Canelo. And now it's heavyweight and Jai Apataya or anybody else because he's gone and he's got a return on his investment. Canelo, return on his investment. Crawford, return on his investment because when he cashed out, it was huge in a way. Where his return on investment was, we bought in, we sold with you, you kept on fighting, and when the chips finally fell, you sold the fourth highest boxing gate in the history of this sport in the modern day of tracking. Fourth in the world, only under Floyd Mayweather, Conor McGregor, and Mike Tyson. ROI. And when we're looking at Keyshawn Davis, this was why Keyshawn was valued. Because once he gets into that level, the zone, Top Rank, or anybody else that works with him, they're going to get that fight. He's going to fight Ryan Garcia. He's going to fight Devin Haney. He's going to fight, Lord willing, Shakur Stevenson. And if we don't get Shakur, we at least know we're going to get Devin Haney. Now Devin Haney, when it was in the basket, Keyshawn Davis comes through after making all this noise about wanting to fight. He takes the basket and pours all the water out of the basket that you said you wanted to drink. Oh, you better believe he's lost trust in everybody. There's no trust. There's no trust. No trust whatsoever. Not a soul's going to trust this brother for a mighty long time. Mighty long time. Agree, not a fan of Haney's style at all, but he is arguably going to end his career as one of the greatest to ever do it of this generation. You doggone right. Because you can look at the resume, speaks for itself. Who he faced off against. I can't question that. Even with, if you want to dissect, some people were over to hill. This guy was 30. He's only 26. He's the same age as Keyshawn Davis. And he's accomplished all this stuff. He was fighting people that Boots would have never stepped in the ring with that level of competition when he was at that same threshold. Because he was at that same threshold and didn't do a doggone thing at that point in time. This is not a shot at Boots. We're painting a picture of what makes Keyshawn Davis, Devin Haney's career so spectacular this early on, why he's the most accomplished. He got undisputed, yes, by fighting Kambosos, but outside of Kambosos, it still is immaculate. It's incredible. And getting out of it. Tank and Keyshawn Davis should fight each other. Let me tell you something, brother. That's the only other thing. Unless he says, I'm fighting Tank. Unless he goes through and says, I'm fighting Tank. Is Tank still on the run? Is he still on the run? Is Tank Davis still on the run from the cops for allegedly beating up his girlfriend? Allegedly. Is there a warrant still out for Tank's arrest for his alleged crime? And to save my butt, I gotta say allegedly, even though they have video evidence of it. I know he has a warrant in multiple states, or at least the state that he was in at that point in time, but allegedly, that is why he is being hunted by the police. Allegedly. There is only two options he can save himself with. Fighting Tank, fighting Shakur. That's it. Unless he just says, bump it. I'm going to 154. Hey, Boots, how you doing? Let's get a fight on. I'm coming to fight you. Unless he just makes that type of jump. Something belligerent. What's the point? And if he does fight Tank, he's going to have to fight Tank at what? At 135. And the brother can't make way down there. He can't even he can't even make weight at 140. And Lord knows Tank is rarely coming up to 140. He's just now entertaining the idea. I might come up to 140. But 147, that's a bad. He ain't never doing that. He ain't gutsy enough to do that. And he's proved that by his own actions. That's not me being patronizing his manhood. He's one of the most dangerous boxers in the world. But guess what? By his actions making fights, he does not want to sniff that type of danger. Because per his own words, I'm scared to lose. My pride could not take me losing. And I'm never risking going up there. There's no upside to this. None. And that's the only fight that could help him. It's ridiculous. Keyshawn never makes weight now. Yeah, he doesn't. And if we see, don't let this be that this man was not going to make weight at 147 for a fight with Devin Haney, and that's why he had to pull out. They didn't even get a date for that fight. Is this brother a natural 168 pounder? Should he be fighting Olays Iglesias? Huh? Should he be fighting him? Should he be fighting Hamzat Shiraz? Is this brother that big? That 147 is just too much for him to be able to strain himself down? Is that why he had to walk away? It better not be. Because if that's the case, you've been a weight bully even more than Devin Haney. If that's the thing that we're dealing with, pulling out the Devin Haney fight gonna give Ryan Garcia and Tio a reason to never fight him? Absolutely. Because why bother? Because we're wasting time. Do you see the ripple effects of what this can do to a boxer's career? Do you see what can happen when you don't take time to make stuff happen when you call for it? Because now you're right. They're gonna look at him and say, hey, why should we bother trying to make a fight with Keyshawn Davis when we know we're wasting our time with no substance to actually be made to happen? Not a thing's going to actually take place. Nothing. Nothing's going to happen here. Nothing's going to happen here. We're wasting our breath. He'll probably never be mandatory again just by a given opportunity. Jay Prince got him to this position. Is Jay Prince going to trust Keyshawn Davis again? Because he called to get you to be made the mandatory. His voice directly influenced your ability to move into the number one spot at a higher division for a belt in a fight that you wanted. And now you walk away. What does he think about working with you again? This is not the clean slate that Keyshawn Davis was supposed to have when he said we hoped it was real. He found God. He cleaned his slate. He cut Bomac. He cut his entire team. Got a whole new team. And looked to get his life back on track. His words, not mine. That whole facade, people are going to question even more so now because of what you didn't do in this position when this was the whole reason you cleaned your life up. This is why you got yourself together. This fight was the very reason that you opted to take out everybody. Even Bomac, which I don't think you should have left. You went and literally turned your life around so that you could get this opportunity in front of you. And now you did all the right stuff. You got You won, you kept winning, you had a dominant performance, you kept your name out there, you talked the talk, you did the marketing, you made your voice and your name attached to the biggest names in this sport, and you got a position that most fighters would literally kill for, and you waste it at this point in time. I'm going to say this. If this is not because of some outside element, this will single-handedly go down as one of the dumbest things we've seen a boxer do. If it isn't because of an emergency or an understandable reason, and it comes to find out that it is just about money, this will be, let me take this off. This will be the most idiotic, stupid, self-centered, ignorant, pride-filled decision that we will have ever seen, potentially within the last 10 years. With the crown of the face of boxing up for grabs, every win at this level would elevate you even more. You put yourself in a position that some people may have said some people may have thought you're still not ready for Devin Haney, but you got there. You made us believe, and you made us want to see you there. And you then just ripped the rug from under everybody's feet. If it is not for a good reason, this will probably go down as one of the dumbest and most self-imploding decisions on a career that we may have seen in the last 10 years. Without a doubt. And we've seen a lot of stuff change the course of a boxer's life. This will be one of the worst. This will be one of the worst. This will absolutely be one of the worst. Without question. Let me see. We probably have the most talented generation of boxers, and all of them acting scared. A lot of them are. Not all, but more than should. Right now, we're moving in this way. Keyshawn going to start calling out bigger names, calling out the bigger name Latino fighters, and they're going to ignore him. He's going to call out everybody, and they're not going to take him serious. He's going to have to start taking what people give him, money, monetarily wise, and that's going to be it. That's going to be it. He's going to have to start taking what is given, because we can't trust you to pay you a bunch of money. And if we would have paid you more money, it would have been because you got that fight with Devin Haney. But since you pulled out, that didn't help you become a bigger star. It only hurt you. If it's not for any extra-oriented, or rather extravagant situations that caused you to need to pull out of this fight, if it's not for that, everybody's going to be saying the same thing. Brother, you take what I can give you or we ain't fighting you. Why should we care if you don't like the money? Because you need everything you can get right now. Your leveraging power is in the dirt. We'll move on. I still got names I can fight. My promotion's still going to pay me. I'm good. You on thin ice with your people. After this decision, it's going to be bad. But might get Brian Owen versus Keyshawn Davis, and that would be, as a consolation prize, despicable. If it wasn't for this fight with Keyshawn Davis and Devin Haney, this would not be a bad fight. Second fight at 147, or I think this would be the first fight at 147. He wants to go and get his acclimated nature of this new division. Okay. I have no problem with that. But you already went into the big fish and you got them to give you a guaranteed payout and you back out. People are going to look at this fight with Brian Norman. What? You might pull out of that fight too. And if that's the best we can get, ain't nobody going to be happy with that. Not because we don't respect Brian Norman, but because, brother, you tricked us. You tricked us. That's it. Keyshawn is all bad business right now. Yep, he is. And Tiffany mentioned he doesn't even make weight. Unprofessional. Like I said, he's on thin ice. Y'all are right. He's on thin ice without question. Let me see. It's a shame, really legendary. Welcome back. We appreciate you on this emergency stream. But yeah, it's a shame. Loma was out there taking pay cuts to fight bigger guys and going for undisputed, and that's why where he is where he is. Again, he's an example. We don't want Devin Haney to have to take the lower price. But because he took them and won, look at where it's got him now. This is why we say legacy is the most important thing. It will bring the money to you if you do the legacy moves. It's continuing over and over. It just continuing over and over. Let me see. Brian Norman would knock out this less confident version of Keyshawn, who's not sure of himself. If this is the issue, yeah, especially if it's a reoriented Brian Norman Jr. Yeah, it would be. Imagine Keyshawn moves up and gets a shot at Boots. I mean, that would be just as reckless as Tank saying, I want to fight Bam at 122. It'd be stupid. Keyshawn would die. But he would have to jump the shark in that type of regard to get the public to go and view him as we can trust you again. That's what I do. Keyshawn Davis saving his own. Johnny Blaze, how you doing? Thank you for coming back on the stream. But yeah, at this point, I don't know why. It could be that he's trying to save his undefeated record. Maybe. But this was a fight that was worth the risk of losing your own. Like we said with Boots, Devin Haney's big enough. Losing to Devin Haney is not bad. Because it's Devin Haney. Especially current day Devin Haney. Who's one of the more lucrative fighters that we have in this current landscape of the sport right now. Regardless of whether you like or don't like his style. There was no need to not have this happen. Let me see, Top Rank offered $3 million. Yes, it was. Yes, they did, and he didn't take it. 2.1 was what he got, and if he thinks that is now too low, well, you shot yourself in the foot. Keyshawn has now pulled out of De Los Santos and Devin Haney. His nickname about to be Keyshawn Pull Out Davis. Yeah, I'm telling you, and we about to call this man, yeah, Pull Out Davis. Unseen. SD, Shady Davis. Because this brother, if you make a deal with him, this cat gonna be shady. He gonna be shady. You know what? He was calling out Devin Haney, calling him Debo Dev. Acting like this is Friday. You remember that scene? When Debo took that dude's chain and he ran back to the car with his, to drive away, looking all funny and flailing his arms and all that stuff, all because he got punked, and he gonna talk after Debo drove or rode away from his bike. That's what he looks like. That's what he looks like. Black eye and all. That's what he looks like right now. It's still a Friday themed level type of scenario. Yeah, red. Yeah. He looks like that. Exactly. See, y'all get the reference. That's what he looks like. That is this situation. We have played out an entire scene. He gonna go cry in the car. He gonna go cry in the car. You know, all right. You know, that brother gonna go cry in the car. He about to go cry. This brother just got lowballed for what he thought. And Debo Dev looked too big for him. Oh man, he talked all that mess. Now this man gonna try to do bow out gracefully. He gonna go cry in the car once he shuts that door. You doggone right. You doggone, just like what Chris Tucker said. He gonna go cry in the car. It's just like that. We have played out an entire Friday scene with this whole months-long drama. The build-up of Debo in terms of Devin Haney. The whole block looking like this cat might be different with him knocking down Brian Norman Jr. Who's going to take him on? Who going to fight him? Red come up or the brother comes up. I'm going to stand up to him. Gets confronted. Chain snatch, now he's gonna go cry in the car. It's just, it's a chain. It's a chain. My grandma gave me that chain. Yeah, exactly. See, y'all are on the timing. Y'all are on the right timing. My grandma gave me that chain. And then talking under his breath while Debo walks away. It's just like that. This brother got punked. This cat got punked. Devin Haney did not throw a punch, and he's already going to be looked at. That Debo moniker is going to actually grow even more because Keyshawn Davis doesn't even want to fight him. That's the narrative people going to spin. That's what's going. I'm telling you, this man's about to be a poster child to build up the name of another man. We just talked about earlier this week. Boots is fighting Terrence Crawford's legacy without ever actually stepping in the ring with him. Because people still compare him to Terrence Crawford in some way, shape, or form, whether that's right or wrong. Keyshawn Davis, without even stepping into the ring, just gave Devin Haney one of the biggest boosts in his career. You walked away from a fight that I was ready to go. You don't want my smoke. Because I told you, I'm a bad brother. Hey, that training with James Toney, that new style stuff, maybe that's what took effect. Hey, look, y'all think I'm crazy. Y'all think I'm crazy. Maybe it was that new style with James Toney. Training in the pocket. I'm going to sit down and crack. Maybe that struck some fear. I'm just speculating. I'm not saying that's actually the reason. I'm just speculating because that's what the public's going to do now. Speculate the kingdom come. It's such a ridiculous thing. I don't know how Keyshawn Davis tells his kid's mother he turned down $3 million guaranteed to end up fighting, a hungry Frank Martin for $6K. In fact, it was Matt Borgeson even brought up earlier, he might go to Frank Martin. Let me tell you something. MS, Matt Borgeson, I appreciate y'all being in chat. Y'all got information I ain't got access to. We appreciate it. Like I said, we take everything with a grain of salt, but doggone it, y'all been hitting 3 for 3 just about every time y'all said something. And it just might be that he goes after Frank Martin. It just might be. Like what Matt Borgeson said and like what Timothy is saying right here. This brother could go after Frank Martin. And it could be. That's the fight that we actually see take place. Now, why? I don't know. For what purpose does Frank Martin add? Sure, he had a knockout of the year against Bellamy. Sure. We're not looking at, but then after that, the brother was in a draw in his last fight where the brother got rocked by Albright. Don't forget, it was Albright that drew with Frank Martin and arguably should have beat him. And it was Albright that had Frank Martin on Dream Street at one point. There's so much wrong. There's so much wrong with this picture because there's so much that doesn't make sense. I legit cannot understand why this is happening. What is the purpose of walking away from this type of money, opportunity, and fame? What's the purpose? Where is the reasoning? Where's the reasoning? I'm so confused by all of this. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I'm so serious. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. See, y'all laughing and chuckling. See, y'all laughing. Y'all can be behind the screens being, having a good time. But I'm stressed out. I'm stressed. I don't know about y'all. Y'all can be kikiing all y'all want. I'm stressed. We're making jokes. We're having a great time. I'm laughing with y'all. But on the inside, I'm tore up from the flow up right now. I'm serious. If no life situations is GG for Keyshawn's career for the immediate, you doggone right. We are reiterating because we have to make sure we make the public understand. We are not jumping on Keyshawn if it's a legitimate reason I can't fight. Hey, I broke my hand. I broke my arm. I had a death in the family. I got life situations. I can't fight right now. My coach is in trouble. My coach is in bad health. We have had a whole internal situation. I'm not in position to fight. There's too much stuff that just popped up all of a sudden. All of those things, when life happens, it can shake everybody up. We are not trying to say, if that is the case, Keyshawn is still a duck, because life is bigger than boxing. There's more important things than just the sport itself. We understand. We will never downplay that. But if we don't find out that those are the reasons, and the reason that we do find out is why gets said, and it is not factual, that it fits the bill of getting away from a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, then we're going to keep what we've been saying. And this brother's a duck of ducks. Forget a duck. Call this brother a goose. Because he's bigger than a duck. Because this brother's goose is cooked. It's cooked after this whole situation. It's cooked. I'm telling you, man. I'm so frustrated. Also, DK, what's going on with you? We thank you for showing up on the stream. Hopefully you're enjoying this emergency live stream. Also, leave a like on the, keep on liking the stream. Keep on sharing the show. And hey, if you want to support the channel, this is still a short live stream, but we still got to make some dough. We still got Cash App and PayPal. Links down below in the description. Super chats and super gifts and all that stuff helps us to make this channel great and helps us to keep the lights on and to make this show possible. Just so you know, FYI. But let me see what you got to say. Keyshawn made $452,000 fighting Albright in his last fight, then turned down $3 million. That's 5 times more than his last fight. And the residuals of what would happen, regardless of this result, would have probably made his baseline more than $3 million. That's what I can get on any given night. Because I got in the ring with Devin Haney. With already what type of star I am. Win, lose, or draw. The back end would have still been better in defeat than what we see right now. This brother might make $500K. And they're going to say, take it or leave it, because we know that's all you can leverage. That's all you can leverage. They might just put that fight on free TV with the amount of backlash they're getting for Keyshawn right now. This brother might just get ousted out of his contract for walking away. If it is for no good reason, he might get ousted out of his contract. We're just going to drop you for walking out of this deal. Go sign with Zuffa if need be. If you want to go and take easy fights, because we ain't dealing with that over here, because we're trying to make money. Don't be surprised if we see potentially that is an outcome that could happen. I'm not saying it's likely. I'm just saying he's on thin ice with Bob Arum, DAZN, and the fans. It's bad. He also walked away from a chance to make the pound. Yes, thank you. He walked away from a pound-for-pound opportunity to be amongst the 10 best in the world. That is going to sting more than anything. Because the work is going to take now to get into pound for pound just compounded fourfold because you walked away from the brother that was the spot that you wanted. Shoot, a draw with Devin Haney would have pushed that conversation further than this. I mean, this is just disgusting. It's disgusting in accounts I don't even want to mention because it's so abhorrently bad. It's so bad. Keyshawn has no legitimate reason because because he kept demanding more money. That's the thing. If it's because he got greedy, I'm telling you, man, greed can block you away from some of the biggest opportunities in life. They call it one of the 7 deadly sins. The Bible talks about greed being one of being the downfall of a plethora of people, and for anybody. The love of money, not money. Be clear. Money is not what the Bible talks about when it comes to the root of all evil. Money is not the root of all evil. The love of money is the root of all evil, because it will lead to you doing things that will compromise your integrity, your character, and make you go and fall as a man or woman, person or the like. Because the love outweighs not just the love for God, but even the love for yourself. You will shoot your own self in the head if it means that you can get more money because you love the idea. You love the concept, the idol that is money. Money itself ain't the problem. You love it so much that you're doing anything for it. That's the problem. And you think you're worth more than what you're getting, and you're getting what you deserve. That's the problem. That could be the problem on this night. That could be outright the problem. It's a terrible thing. It's a terrible thing. Boxing has taught me that if it makes logical sense, if it makes logical sense, it likely ain't gonna happen. Let me tell you, brother. Hey, man. Hey, it's a shame. It's a shame that that's the lesson, but that's what's happened. It's a shame that that's the lesson that we haven't, but that's what happens. If it makes it, Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence made sense. Took a while to happen. Usyk Fury made sense. Took long to happen. Floyd and Pacquiao took 5 years too long to make happen. So, Canelo Benavidez, that is the fight that made sense for upwards of a decade. Didn't happen. Still hasn't happened. Why? Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua, when they're both reigning, the most potent, prominent, legitimate means of making a fight go down. The biggest fight in UK history would have been that fight. And yet, just now, we're getting that fight to happen. Every time. This sport and its players shoot itself in the foot. Most of the time, it's business. Yeah. Most of the time, it's the behind the scenes. Most of the time, we've even talked about it's not the fighter's fault. It's the business of boxing's fault. But here, as of now, it's the boxer's fault. It's the boxer's fault. Let me see. Once Keyshawn purse money from the Albright fight, he gonna get desperate. Once it goes away, yeah. I wouldn't be surprised. The managers who let dude walk away from $3 million ought to be ashamed of themselves. That's why you gotta watch. Again, reportedly, it was Keyshawn himself who made that decision, not the managers. Now, if it is the managers, yeah, out of any extravagant circumstances, if it was the manager that said, don't take this, you're getting lowballed, they should be ashamed of themselves, absolutely. Absolutely. Without a doubt. Without a doubt. Without question. Keyshawn new trainer has to be so upset. He turned down $3 million. His new trainer could have made, yes. I think it's I can't remember if his new trainer is Ronnie Shields or not. I forget who his new trainer is actually. But it's just the same. Okay, hold on, wait. Okay, hold on. We got some updates. Hold on, time out. We got some updates we got to read into as per the world of the fight itself. First off, number one, in lieu of this, Shakur Stevenson, this is per the Ring Magazine, Shakur Stevenson, out of 14 minutes ago, has once again called out Devin Haney now that the Keyshawn fight is no longer happening. Just so you know, hey, this is real. This is real. This is real. Let me see. Yo, Bill Haney, real Devin Haney, let's go. I'm still here saying the same thing. I've been calling, or I've been saying, call my bluff. Now Nick and Dana, good gosh. Some of the sentences, insane. Let me try this one more time. Yo, Bill Haney, Devin Haney, let's go. I'm here still saying the same thing I've been saying. Call my bluff now. Nick and Dana is waiting. We will do business with the zone to 144, let's scrap. So, trolling or not, this is still on the table. This is still a possibility. This is still a potential that we can see take place, that they actually fight. We got them actually calling each other out. Thank gosh. Thank goodness. Thank the Lord, because at least we got something. At least we got something. But in light of this, I think Mike Coventry has more details on the why, as I can read. We reacting to this live. Like I said, I can't be here all. I gotta probably stop this at about 6:45 to 7. But I'm looking at the article right now of exactly what is causing for this fight to not take place. Let me see. We reading this together right now. Per Mike Coventry, in a post on the Ring Magazine 2 minutes ago, Keyshawn Davis has turned down what would have been a career-high 7-figure purse for a shot at Devin Haney's WBO welterweight title. The Ring's Mike Coventry confirmed Friday that Davis's team informed the WBO he will not move forward with the 12-round, 147-pound championship clash the sanctioning body ordered January 30th, when it named Davis the mandatory challenger for Haney's belt. Davis's decision denied fans one of the most intriguing fights that can be made in boxing. Bob Arum's Top Rank promoter, Bob Arum Top Rank Incorporated, Davis's promoter, and Haney's former promoter, won the purse bid for Haney's on Thursday at the headquarters. I'm trying to see if this is going to give any new information. Haney would have received 75% of the $8.55 million deal, which would have been $6.4. Davis would have gotten $2.1 million. Top Rank proposed the fight to take place on October 3rd at Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York, or at State Farm Arena in Atlanta, or at Michelob Ultra Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. Davis, 27, would have made his debut at welterweight had he not withdrawn from the matchup. 12th round stoppage against Jermaine Ortiz and a win over Albright were his last two fights. Brian Norman Jr. is the second. Okay, hold on, wait a minute. Brian Norman Jr. is the WBO's second ranked welterweight, but isn't clear if the WBO will order Haney to take that rematch. So as of right now, we don't know if they're going to order Brian Norman to get the rematch with Devin Haney in light of Keyshawn Davis pulling out. Haney became a 3-division world champion, beating Brian Norman. T.O.'s ranked by the WBO, but he's fighting against Rolly. Manny Pacquiao at 62, 8-3. And Arnold Barboza at 33-1 are ranked 4th and 5th. They potentially, again, this is not in the article, but they potentially could be in position to get a shot at a championship in light of this going forward with how the rankings are shaking up. Again, I'm just reading what's been reported so we can get all the information possible so everybody can be on the same page, because again, this is a monumental shakeup. That's why I read the article. All that is to be said, this is just horrendous and horrible. It's disgusting and despicable. Keyshawn Davis, I'm sorry, if this is not an emergency situation, you should be ashamed of you pulling out of this fight. I'm not going to mince words about it. One of the worst decisions you could have made is to walk away without good reason, if there is no good reason, of this fight. One of the worst you could have ever done. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Undeniably will alter your career worse than what happened when you missed weight and fought De Los Santos within the span of a week. It will be worse than that. It will be, if you thought losing at the Olympics was about to be a potential hard hurdle to climb, you ain't seen what the boxing public is about to turn you into, which is a poster child for ducking. Your stock has dropped to a point that you are out of the race for the face of boxing just by you not taking the fight, not even by losing. Your respect is going to be potentially a 2.5 year process to try to reinvigorate amongst the boxing public. Your only way out of this would be taking extremes this year against an opponent you legitimately have no business in being in the ring with, like a Boots Ennis. Or going down to 135, squeezing yourself back to that size and fighting Tank Davis. That's it. There's no way else but down right now for Keyshawn, because this was the ceiling. This literally was the biggest chance he could get. There was no bigger opportunity in Keyshawn Davis' life as a fighter than this right here. And you, unless it's an emergency, you throw it away. You throw it away. For no good reason, you throw it away. I'm just sick. So sick. Let me see, if I'm Devin Haney is 147 or no fight. Yeah, right now, yeah. If you're Devin Haney, it's 147 or not. I'm not making any more demands. Or rather, I'm not bending the knee, because clearly I'm the boogeyman and I'm coming to get you. For those of you that, again, fans of WWE, I'm the boogeyman. Bang a clock over my head. Start shaking and gyrating like you doggone Jacob Fatu. I'm the danger in the night. I am the terror that flaps in the night, for those of you that watch Darkwing Duck. I am the darkness that you're afraid of in the back alley. I'm the shadow that you second guess whenever you turn over your shoulder. I am the most dangerous man in this division. I am not bending the knee for nobody else. If you think you bad enough, you come up here. Because guess what? Your own brother was afraid to fight me, and I know you are too, because you trying to put me down there. Yes, Bill Haney, I guarantee you that brother's going to say and whatever he wants about Shakur now. Oh, you better believe, by the fact that Keyshawn Davis went and didn't take this fight, he just gave Devin Haney and Bill Haney all the ammo he needs to talk reckless about Shakur Stevenson. Brother, you ain't man enough, just like your own brother. Huh? Y'all related, because both of y'all don't want this smoke. No wonder y'all ain't gonna fight each other, because both of y'all are scared of each other, because y'all are too good for elite competition, and y'all ain't even as good as me. And clearly, your brother is a punk, and you a punk too, because you bum selves don't want to come up and take the big dog. All you can do is throw stones. All you can do, like Debo in Friday, is talk behind my back, because you really don't want no smoke. You really don't want no pressure. You ain't about the pressure of the fight. You ain't about the pressure of the moment. Both of y'all, with whatever, go on your podcast, go on your airways, go on your interviews. All of y'all gonna be looked at as the same way. Both of y'all are two peas in this pod, that y'all are bums when it comes to my game, my era, my division, my sport, because y'all can't touch me. Because if you could, you would. Because I got the hardware. I got the resume. I got the legacy. And the second y'all get in my presence, y'all run away. You think I'm going to go to 144 for a fighter that both of y'all supposed to think alike? Guess what that means? If y'all think the same way and y'all tied at the hip like y'all talk about, Bill Haney's going to come out and say, both of y'all know y'all can't beat me. Or rather, both of y'all know y'all can't beat my son. Because if y'all thought alike, y'all would go and take the chance the same way. No weight clause, no weight draining, just going and doing work. You would do that if you were about that life. But apparently you're not. I guarantee you that is just a filibuster of what we will see. That's just killing time. That's just a icing on the, that's a tip of the iceberg of what Bill Haney will say. That's a tip of the iceberg of the level of ammo that we will be able to see Bill Haney have against both of them. All the fuel in the world to downplay everything that Shakur and Keyshawn are, simply because the brotherhood who gave permission to each other, I'll let you take this fight first, brother. Then I'll go and get the scraps afterwards. Now, both of y'all are related more than ever because both of y'all do not want to touch me because y'all can't mess with me. And your brother knows it, and so do you. Because you still trying to get me to come down here instead of being about business and coming up to fight me. You went on the other side of the street, too, when I was ready to fight you over here. You really don't want that smoke with me. Because if Keyshawn don't want it, and he's more brash than you ain't about that life. If y'all are really brothers, both of y'all ain't like that. It ain't in your blood. If y'all are tied by blood through y'all's experience, because y'all call each other blood brothers. Yeah, y'all share it together. Blood is thicker than water, and it's definitely carrying the same traits. That's what Bill Haney will be able to say. Oh, it's about to get nasty. It's about to, whoo! It's about to get real nasty out here. Everybody get ready. It's about to get real nasty out in these boxing streets in the near future. I promise you. I'm telling you. It's about to get bad. But look, like I said, I do have to go. I still got my stuff I gotta do this afternoon. And I can't stay around too long. But just know this emergency stream was worth it. And based on what we get by Tuesday, when we are back for a full-blown show, oh, you better believe if this story gets worse, the conversation is about to become so much more diabolical, utterly insane. And we're going to want to see how you all feel about it all, without question. But let me read your last couple chats before we get on out of here. Shakur versus Devin is a bigger and better fight. It is. We hope it happens. But now Shakur, he's going to have to come out there. Most likely, he's going to have to come out there. Let me see. Keyshawn going to find out what radioactive means. Even the fans going to troll him. Yep, when they attend fights, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Shakur also won't fight Foster. Who's calling him out? You see what I'm saying? That when you start connecting the other situations, everything starts to connect together, and it paints a bad picture on the identity of both Keyshawn and Devin and Shakur Stevenson. It is not. It's not just a one-track mind. It's affecting everybody. Real fighters who are active don't fight catchweight fights. Most don't. Again, catchweights are not a bad thing. Sometimes it is the fairest even ground. But in this situation, when clearly we are able to say Shakur is ready to fight at 147, and he could get up there to fight at 147, this is it's a whole different situation. And this is not good. And people going to say this is bad. And already, again, an hour before all this stuff broke, they were getting on Shakur on social media when he was going back and forth with Devin Haney, saying, hey, brother, you can't be talking like this because you didn't take the fight in the first place. Before all this news broke that Keyshawn is not taking the fight. Now, by proxy of Keyshawn not doing this, Shakur has lost leverage in his own debate. He's lost leverage in his own debate. And people going to be looking at him so differently. So differently. I'm telling you, man. Hey, I'm going to do one last check to see if anything else is shaking up in light of this news. But if not, Good gosh, great day in the morning. I'm telling you, this would hopefully nothing else breaks while I'm gone. But we, it's just it's a duck at this point in time. It is a duck. It is a duck in the greatest sense of the word. And my gosh, brother, I can't wait till next week. I'ma just say that. I can't wait till next week. I'm not gonna lie. It's about to be insane. But we gotta go. We gotta end this stream. I gotta get out of here. And I want to be sure to let you all go and enjoy the rest of your afternoon. Let me see. Wonder if Shakur and Keyshawn going to fight now? Let's hope, because that's the only saving grace. Great Emergency Show. Have a great night. Y'all do have a great night as well. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon. And hey, with all that being said, we're going to wrap the show up real quick and get on out of here. We thank you for joining us on this emergency live stream of the news that Keyshawn Davis and Deborah Haney is no longer happening. We appreciate all the support and all the love to this channel as we end off this emergency show. Thank you to everybody who tuned in on this live stream. Good gosh, we had more people here than we did in the initial show earlier today. Y'all be back on Tuesday. I'm not going to be able to live stream on Friday. Will not be able to live stream on Friday, but be back here on Tuesday as we talk more about this situation with Deborah Haney, Keyshawn, Shakur Stevenson, and the rest of the boxing globe. Watch William Zepeda and Ryan versus Roach, Conceição versus Murataya happening tonight. I believe tonight or tomorrow. Have yourself a wonderful night. Have yourself a wonderful afternoon. Thank you to everybody who donated and streamed and supported on this show in this emergency situation. You all made this chat so incredible. You all made this so phenomenal. And please be sure, if you would, subscribe to the channel. Be a part of the hottest show in all of the globe. If you haven't already, and join this empire. Go ahead, if you can, hit the notification bell so you know whenever we're posting and whenever we're live. Leave a like on the video. One like makes a world of difference to grow this channel all across the globe. If you would be so kind and you can support us, we got Cash App, PayPal, links down below in the description, Super Chat, Super Gift, stickers, and the like, all for you to help us support and invest into this show. Helps me to pay the bills and helps us to go through and edify this show to make it better for you to listen and watch. We are like PBS. We can't do this without viewers like you. And please, the most important thing you can do is share the show with everybody that you know so we can keep on building up this empire together. But I've been John Luke Welch. You all have been absolutely wonderful. We hope you have a wonderful afternoon. We can't wait to see you all next week. Be safe, be blessed, peace, and love. Oh, we are out of here. Yes, sir. Salute to you. We're going to let y'all have a wonderful afternoon. Can't wait to see you all next time on here. And we are out of here. Great day. This is ridiculous. I can't believe this is happening. I'm so in shock.